Hi, this is Peter Punzi, horticulture guy, and we're at the Punzi Grange again. And today I'm going to show you how you can actually bring the tropics to your garden here in the Pacific Northwest. You might be thinking, well, our summers aren't really that warm, but if you have a southern-facing exposure, like a patio like I have, which faces the south, or even a deck or anything like that, you can actually grow some tropical plants. I'm going to show you a real easy one that you can find a tuber for in most garden centers this time of the year. This is called a elephant ear tuber, okay, and it's also called taro, and it's actually native of southern Asia. And some of you from the South Pacific Islands or from Hawaii may actually recognize this. This is actually also called taro, and it's a starchy root that's actually used as a starch source for the natives and people who live in those regions. So this is also edible root, but we're not going to eat it today. We're going to actually plant this. And to grow it here, since it is from southern Asia, it's not hardy to frost. So we're going to plant it after the frost in April. And what we're going to do is we're going to plant it in a pot. It makes it a lot easier to deal with tender perennials like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to plant it in a container, and I've already pre-filled the container with some soil so that the top of the tuber is about an inch or two below the surface. Now when I bought the tuber, I made sure I was feeling it, all the little spots here. As I see this little pocket here, I want to make sure it's not soft, make sure there's no soft spots. And actually when I was looking for this tuber, I did find some with soft spots, which I left behind. So that's always a good idea to check and make sure it's nice and firm. Now we're going to place it into the pot and kind of put it in there, here, like this. And I'm going to push it in there. I'm going to get some more soil, bring the soil up, and good commercial potting mix for containers. This one is an interesting one, down to earth, actually has mycorrhiza in it, has some nutrients already in it, has all organic products, has cocoa fiber in it as well, which is a peat substitute. So we're going to go in and we're going to get some soil and we're going to start putting it in. And actually probably the quickest way is just to kind of pour it in here over the bulb. Whoop, get a little, make sure the bulb is not getting too far down. And now what we want to do is make sure we find the top of the bulb again. Is it still centered? And we want to work it down. Now we want to make sure we firm the soil down around. Don't want any air pockets that would dry out. And we still have, so it's right here at the surface, we're just going to put about an inch more on top. All right, one more handful will do it. Firm it down. And then we're just going to water it in. So there you have it. You can see, we're going to go down a little bit and you can kind of see there's the top. And you'll tell the top too. I want to show you the top, clear it off a little bit here, make sure you can see it comes to a little bit of a point here. You don't want to plant it upside down, obviously, so that you can recognize the top of the tuber. You'll see where the old growth was coming from, right here. And in about, I'd say about 2-3 weeks, you'll start to see some new growth, and you're going to get these big elephant ear type leaves. Now this plant can get very large, and I've planted it in this black container. You could slip this into a decorative container, which I like to do, or if you want to make an impact in a warm spot in your garden, you have a southern facing part of your garden, you actually want to have this big effect, you can actually put this in your perennial beds if you have a bare spot and put it in. You can get up to 4 to 6 feet tall, big leaves, and we'll probably show you a picture of that right now. And you'll have some tropics right here in your Pacific Northwest garden. Until next time, this is Peter Punzi, horticulture guy. Live long and garden.